everybody, this is Cameron's on, and today we're trying out a game called Cucina, Stellata, Starred Cuisine. Now this was a horror game that I found on itch.io and I just really wanted to try it out. It looks really interesting because it said it's considered an unconventional psychological horror, so I'm still curious to see what it's like. Now if you guys are interested in trying out the game yourself, I will be including a link down in the description. But yeah, let's just get started. Also, you guys know me, I'm also like a total weenie when it comes to horror games, so hopefully it's not too bad. 19th century, somewhere in the countryside of Romagna, Italy. Hopefully I said that right, I'm not really sure if I did. It sounds really windy. Ooh. What the hell was that? It was like an asteroid. Huh. Great harm comes to those who let themselves be conquered by wine. Little by little they grow nauseated by food and find nourishment almost entirely in drink. Thus, they degrade themselves in the eyes of the world, becoming ridiculous, dangerous, and beastly. Pellegrino Artusi. Yeah, I think I can totally get behind this quote. I can definitely see why that is definitely a bad thing. Oh. Oh, okay, so I can do WAD, and we got volume and exit and interact. Press any key to continue. Okay. This is interesting. Add oil to the pan. Oh, okay, that must be my objective on the top right. Is that the oil? Oh no, that looks like it's wine. Let's see. Where do I have oil? Also, this looks a little scary, I'm gonna be honest. Is that the oil? Oh, it is. Alright, let's add it to the pan then. Chop the onion, carrot, and celery and add them to the pan. Cool, I didn't expect some cooking in this game. It's actually kind of neat. We got our onion, we're just gonna chop it. This is actually really cute, I love it. Okay, we got our celery, gotta chop that up too. And then we have our carrots. Although frankly, we should have washed that, but whatever. Let's add it to the pan then. Chop the meat and add it to the pan. Alright. I'm really scared there's gonna be someone just coming through the door, because I'm just saying this is kind of spooky and I don't like it. Oh well, gotta chop our meat then. Although, I gotta say, I thought you're supposed to cook the meat before you cook vegetables, but whatever. Pour the red wine into the pan. Alright. That's cool. Grab the tomato sauce from the shelf and add it to the pan. Oh god, this is so creepy. Ugh, I hate this. Can I go out the door? I guess not. Oh well. Tomato sauce? Okay, and we gotta add it to the pan. Place the tortelli in the pot. Where's the tortelli? Oh, is that what this is? Okay. Write in the notebook. I really feel like I shouldn't leave this alone, frankly. But whatever, we'll write in our notebook, I suppose. Oh, interesting. They say that curiosity is a dangerous trap, leading man into abyss from which he can never return. It is the same hypocritical world which claims not to care about food, that makes no civil, no religious celebration without eventually spreading the tablecloth and trying to eat as heartily as possible. Therefore, I say, always choose for your raw materials the finest goods, for these will make an impression. And if these precious fruit, of who knows where origin, is as rare as I believe, it must cost as much or even more than truffles. But caution must be exercised with hope and fervor, for hidden prayers already hold future sorrow. I am repulsed by witnessing, as they say, the desecration of God's grace, yet indulgence and appetite are too great. Okay, well, I'm not even sure what to make of this, frankly. Add the tortelli to the pan. Alright, that sounds good. We'll just add it to our pan. Plate the dish. Eat. Okay, I'll eat, even though this creeps me out a little bit. Whoa. What's happening? This is, Did I put some mushrooms into this dish, man? What is happening? It looks pretty, at least. Oh! Meals like these make me feel like a neophyte in the kitchen in the art of tasting. Not only the quality, but the sheer delight leaves me astonished and my dreams fulfilled. Its sauce blends with so many dishes, keeping such excellent company that it's worth the effort to satisfy every curiosity and rekindle the fire in the stoves, to get back at the world and plunge, like a deep-sea diver in search of the goodness and beauty I adore. I often say that one should only return to food when the stomach persistently cries out for help, yet I inherited almost unbridled erotic instinct from nature. Oh. At times nearly ruining my health and everything else. Moreover, if man neither craved food nor experienced sexual stimulation, the human race would soon perish. So here I am again, casseroles, pots and lids, open your legs, aromas of the undergrowth, sautés and braids of garlic, where I have returned amongst you. I have no idea what is going on. This is honestly very bizarre to me. Very trippy. Whoa. Grab the onion, carrot, and celery from the shelf and add them to the pot. Okay then, that sounds good. Let's see, we got some onion and carrot and celery. I'm just gonna add them to the pot. Add the oil to the pan. This is over here. Add it to the pan then. Grab the onion, carrot, and celery from the shelf, chop them, and add them to the pan. Okay. I don't know what's going on, frankly. Gotta chop it up then. This is oddly relaxing, but I also feel a little unsettled, to be honest. I just don't know what to make of this, if I'm being honest. Go to the cellar, grab the cleaver, and cut the meat. What? Where's the cellar? Cut the meat, huh? Is that the cellar? Oh my god. I can already hear something down there. I'm kind of scared. I don't know what to feel about this. I feel really uncomfortable, if I'm being honest. Oh god. I don't want to be here. I'm really creeped out. What is that? Oh. Where do I have a cleaver? Where's my cleaver? Really scared. Oh, this is really creepy, man. I don't want... What? Oh. I don't want to do this. This doesn't seem right. So that meat that I cooked earlier... Well, no, it doesn't really look like it because they seem okay. Maybe that was just regular meat. But this seems really creepy. Oh, wait! I took a leg already! Oh! Oh, no! No, I don't want to do this! for doing this! I'm sorry! I don't want to be here! Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry! Oh, I feel like a horrible person. I can't believe I did that. This is horrible. It's horrible. I can't believe I did that. Oh, that would explain why when I ate the food, everything looked super trippy. Is because I already had some meat from this guy. Everything about this is horrible. Oh, I just feel so horrible. I can't believe I did that. Okay. I don't like this. Pour the broth from the pot into the pan. My tummy feels weird from this. I feel very uncomfortable. Pour the tomato sauce into the pan. Okay. I feel really uncomfortable. Write in the notebook. Oh, great. That's what I really want to do. I quiver in anticipation and can barely restrain my restless, twitching finger that ceaselessly torments my beard, as if trying to spread the remnants of a flavor that once passed through it. It is neither sweet nor bitter, nor sour nor salty. Perhaps it isn't even a flavor, not really. It's a sensation, an enchanting shiver that sneaks into the mouth and throat, something slimy and indefinable that leaves behind a brutal echo, an aftertaste that never fades. There is no way to describe it, for no words exist to define it. Great. It sounds like we're kind of addicted to the taste of alien flesh, I guess? Ugh. I really don't like this. Okay, so we're gonna plate the dish then. Okay, we're just gonna eat then and have this trip. Oh god. This game really is quite creepy. It is certainly a flavor, but not one that human taste has ever experienced before, nor could it ever hope to savor. A shadow that does not exist on the world's taste buds, and that seems to feed, alternately and contrary, on something within me. What the hell? Even every other ingredient appears diseased, contaminated by its proximity, producing twisted fruits with a taste so warped that no one would dare try them. Except those who, unbound by the dogmas and chains imposed by traditional cuisine, claim for themselves a flavor that is not of this world. It is like a painter's discovery of a new color or a chilling nuance, one that seems as though it has always been available, ignored in a remote corner of our darkened iris, atrophied, unaccustomed to surprise and unprepared for shock. Wow, I find this kind of extremely, unsettling. Add the oil to the pan. Oh god, am I gonna make something again? Oh, I just don't want to. Chop an onion and add it to the pan. Okay. Where's the onion? Here? Okay. Go to the cellar, grab the cleaver, and cut the meat? Oh, I don't want to do this again. I just don't want to do this again. I just feel horrible when I do this. Oh, man. I don't want this. Oh god. Oh, I feel horrible. I'm sorry. Oh god. I hate this. Uh I don't know if I can do this. I hate this. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel horrible. I. Why did I do that? I just feel horrible. Oh. What am I even making at this point? Meatballs? Did I make meatballs? No, not really. I didn't really form them. They're just pieces of meat. Go to the cellar, grab the white wine, and pour it into the pan. I don't want to go to the cellar. I feel horrible for what I did. Man. Okay. I don't seem to hear anything from him. Is he dead? At the very least, if he's dead, he's not suffering anymore? Like, why did I keep him alive? Isn't that just cruel? That's just horrible. Oh. Uh, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm just gonna leave now. I just feel horrible. Okay. Add the broth to the pan. Write in the notebook. Okay. Once it was said that pottage was man's father, but this one seems more like the fare of angels and devils, ogres and mazapigals, magalasi and marmaculi, spirits and essence of myth. I'm also trying my best. I actually don't know what those things are. I feel my stomach gnashing its teeth, eagerly preparing for a bestial feast. That's really messed up. I listen to the ancestral call of hunger and distinguish every word it utters. Now the palate, now the colon, now even the bile itself with its acidic tides, and still the shrieking taste buds singing their clear, piercing notes. As the pleasure unfolds, alas, a vortex rises from the depths of my innards, a force so impetuous and spasmodic outburst that fills me with understanding and compassion for all those wild primitive beasts ruled by passion and the violence of flesh. Dude, I think you just need help. Professional help, frankly. Oh, God. I have to chop the meat? What? I already chopped the meat. Why did I pick this up? Whoops, was that a mistake? I didn't realize I was supposed to chop this meat. Grab the bread from the shelf and slice it. Okay. Am I making a sandwich? Like, what am I even making right now? Spread the meat on the bread. Plate the dish. Like an open-faced sandwich or something? Okay, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to eat and see what crazy thing this guy writes about? Good lord. I swear to God, man. Time for a trip. Ugh. Actually, we don't even know whether this food is toxic to us, you know? You know, because I'm just saying, you know, alcohol is essentially something that's extremely toxic to us. but it kind of gives us a pleasuring feeling. But at the same time, it is slowly killing us as we eat it, or as we drink it. Now that I think about it, perhaps that's kind of the reason why in the very beginning of this game, it had that quote that would seem to be about the enjoyment and indulgence of wine. So maybe there's kind of a comparison here. My word, certain laws lie hidden within the nature of taste, such that I could never have imagined. I feel every fiber of my body twisting and writhing, seized by a new sensation with every bite. For this flesh does not belong to the earth, nor does this flavor conform to the human order. After a single meager taste, such is its power that all other food loses its usual virtues. Wine turns to water, bread crumbles into ash. Even the air seems laden with an imperceptible scent. Nothing washes away this shadow upon my tongue, as if my very body were learning a new way to perceive the world, a way both wrong and forbidden. And yet what is most terrifying in the heart of this damp night, with my throat parched and my stomach emptying so swiftly, is that something inside me still longs for that flavor. Have you guys ever seen the movie Spiderwick? Because honestly, there's something about this that kind of just reminds me of that movie. I really enjoyed that movie as a kid growing up. What I remembered in that movie is that you learn that there is this old lady who grew up in this, this house and stuff, all by herself. She had this connection with like these fairies that were, hidden from the human eye, but she had this connection with them. And she also ate these berries that were given from them. And these berries are absolutely divine, but the thing is that you completely lose all taste for human food. So this is kind of what that makes me think of. Not to mention that movie was about the human connection to something that was not easily perceived by humans, something that's completely hidden from the world. So that's also another part of why that made me think of that movie. And the thing is that human connection to that, that hidden world was also perhaps something that shouldn't have happened because it was something that was wrong and perhaps even dangerous. That's kind of the whole point of, that movie, is because the very knowledge of these creatures is actually a way that could also endanger them. But yeah, we're just gonna continue with this game. I really love this game so far. It's so fascinating, but also extremely disturbing. Go to the cellar, grab the cleaver, and cut the meat. Oh man, this guy, essentially, it's like what he said in, the diary. Essentially, he has, an insatiable appetite for this flavor. Like, he's just going crazy for it. At least I'm glad the alien is dead, because I feel really bad. I mean, everything about it is horrible, but I just feel bad about everything. Also, why does it kind of look like it's steaming? I don't know, man. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, God. Oh! Am I seriously... Please don't tell me that this guy is trying to eat the brain. Because that is just crazy. Oh, man. Oh, God. Put the meat in the pot. Oh, my God. This is horrifying. I love the fact it doesn't even tell me to close the door anymore. I guess because he probably initially did that because he was sick of the screams. I have a feeling, it's just kind of my gut feeling. We're just gonna run out of alien meat, and we're gonna try to eat ourselves. I'm just having a feeling that we're gonna have some self-cannibalism. And also, it's kind of interesting because even though there has been, cannibalism on humans and stuff, I believe that the spine and the brain are things that you cannot eat, and it has to do with, the parasites or something. I don't know. Something bad happens when you do that. And I've also heard that humans supposedly kind of taste like pork, I probably should not have mentioned that, but that's just something I know. Ugh, God. I think another reason why I also think that is that he's also talked a lot about the idea of something that's forbidden, something that humans were not meant to perceive. And I think a lot of cultures tend to like look down on, cannibalism and stuff. Especially like, there's even the legend of the Wendigos. So I kind of have a feeling that he might eat himself or eat other people because he really wants to taste something that's rare, something that's not, meant to be, essentially almost like sinful or something. What misfortune! What ill-fated news! O wretched swamp! O foul quagmire! O unholy land that has sheltered me since I was a child! Have you no pity for your own children? You let no food stay wholesome for long, and this one amongst all, so sweet and precious. You can barely stand abundance. A curse upon you. Oh god. I'm just saying, you did this to yourself, because what possessed you to try to eat him? Like, I'm just curious about that, okay? Because it's like one thing to be curious about something, but what possessed you to actually do it in the first place? Like, geez, man. Maybe this guy is just bored. There's something about the monotony that drove him to this or something. I really don't know, man. Got a plate to sit in the bowl. Add the flour into the bowl. Are we frying brains? Is that what we're doing? Add the oil to the bowl. Okay. Cut the meat. Alright. God, this thing. Ugh. Ugh. This is so creepy. Dust the meat with flour. Yep, I'm basically frying. I'm frying brains here. Coat the meat with batter. Add oil to the pan. Now we both know you're supposed to dust it with flour twice. That's how you get the best result. Not for this kind of meat. I just know that for meat in general, by the way. Add the meat to the pan. Right in the notebook. Alright. This crazy guy. I cannot but entrust myself to fate. May this change in appearance in these vapors, despite the stench, enhance the flavor. Oh, what the hell? As they do for grappas. I don't know what grappas is. Seasoned cheese and cured meats, for I well know that spoiled foods at times hold unexpected effects. Yeah, that was pretty weird. Was that that alien started steaming or something? I don't know what it was doing. And this is actually so interesting when you think about it. Because when you really think about it, how did human beings discover certain foods? Like, how did that happen, Because this kind of reminds me of, the creation of things like cheese. Cheese and also different kinds of food that requires bacteria and stuff, and it's very unexpected, and yet it ends up being extremely delicious. And it's just so interesting because how did we discover that? Is it all just trial and error and just, eating it to see what happens? Like, think about it, it's kind of crazy. Like, that's what yogurt is and stuff like that. There's also other things, like when you think about it, wine is essentially like nearly like, fermented and old fruit. Like, it's kind of weird to think about and how it became such a phenomena when it comes to drink. There's actually a lot of other types of foods I can think of. There's actually certain ones, like I'm trying to remember. I believe in China they have this thing called moldy tofu. Now, I believe it does use a type of yeast in order to grow that mold, and then they put a lot of seasonings on it. And it is considered very delicious. There's like so many different foods that are extremely, weird when you think about it, but it ends up being extremely delicious. And it's kind of similar to what this guy is saying about this food. Another one that actually comes to mind is bread, because bread is also using bacteria or yeast in order to actually make it. So there's just so many interesting things about food. Okay, plate the dish. Not that I'm supporting what he's doing, because at the very least, like, this doesn't seem very ethical. And frankly, every time he eats it, he seems to go a little bit crazy or trippy or something, man. This time, the tasting was like a walk through the height of summer, a murky, tangled path through a flowering garden, where the way was painted in color and breathed fragrances like a dream. In that vast and luminous expanse, it seemed as if the entire course of my life flowed before me. The path opened beneath an arch of dented ivy. I made my way down a gorge, through patches of light and shadow, stepping where the branches parted into pools of golden bakusa. And beneath the trees on my left, indistinct blankets of perinageal primroses stretched out like a carpet. The air seemed to lay soft kisses upon my skin. From the deep belly of the wood came the cooing of wild doves, mingled with the warm, gastric gurgling of a welcoming brook. The ground there was so overlain with primroses that avoiding them was impossible, lost as they were in that digestive churn. The sweetness of the air and the green of the fronds, dripping with enzymatic liquors, almost filled me with reverence. At last, I emerged from that garden through an orifice of hedges and brambles, sweaty and disheveled, like a man freshly torn from his mother's womb. Oh god, this guy's writing is extremely colorful and vivid. My god. Go to the cellar, grab the cleaver, and cut the meat. There's not... There can't be possibly that much meat left, man. I don't really want to do that. Oh. Where did the body go? Right in the notebook. Is this perhaps the reason why he kept the alien alive? Is there something about it that when it dies, like, the body kind of dissipates or something? I don't know. It's very unusual. In the end, it has left me alone, yet a new energy surges within me, flowing from top to bottom, carried like a bolus deep in my most hidden bowels. Ugh. I myself, it seems, am changed. It is the simplest explanation, yet the wretchedest one. Thus, why shouldn't I have become part of this splendid essence? A link in a metabolic chain that always finds its final rest in the vilest of excretions. Excuse me, what do you mean by that? And technically, that's not the last link of the chain because excretions do tend to get decomposed and then the energy is brought back to the nature. But seriously, please don't tell me that he's gonna do what I think he will because I am gonna be sick. Please don't. Use the bucket in the cellar. Please don't tell me that bucket is like our chamber pot or something. Please don't do this. Don't do this, man. I have tasted it. It's too late. I'm just too obsessed with it. Oh god. Oh, that's gross. Collect the feces. Chop the feces. What am I doing? What am I doing? Why are you doing this? Just... why? Don't do this, man. Oh. By the way, this cutting board, completely ruined. Completely ruined. Well, I guess we did use it to chop alien meat, so that's also another reason why it's ruined. Slice the bread. Oh, are we just gonna eat it? Like an open-faced sandwich again? Is it like our jam or something? Oh, God. Don't do this, man. Ugh. Plate the dish. Don't do this. Please don't. You know what the next step is? Cannibalism. I don't know, that just sounds silly. See, it's kind of interesting because I thought maybe it was the alien's feces, but it might not be. Oh wait, it looks different. This trip looks different from when we did the alien. I gotta say, it's interesting if it's ours because we still got a trippy cutscene, but it's not quite the same as the aliens. But seriously, why did I even do that? Was it something about the curiosity, something that's just not meant to be? Kinda like with the alien meat? Like, why did I do that? What a catastrophe. A sharp, biting taste, filthy as a guttered rag, a faded memory of its one pristine purity. Perhaps too diluted, the spirit of tastiness and delight has scattered along the way. Perhaps its graces and virtues have surrendered to the stomach, and from there, to the flesh entirely, nothing remains for me now but to surrender to one last attempt. Don't do this to yourself, man. I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna eat yourself. Don't do this. Go to the cellar, grab the cleaver, and cut the meat. Oh, this is so creepy! Also, was the window always like that? Because I don't think it was. Oh. Oh god, everything looks really creepy. I don't like this. I don't know if I can handle this. Oh, please don't do this, man. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, I'm really scared. What's gonna happen? Don't do this. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. Why am I doing this to myself? Seriously. Oh. Add the meat to the pan. Couldn't you at least, I don't know, cauterized it? I don't know, man. This is just freaky. Oh. Oh, I don't like this. I really don't like this. Why am I doing this to myself? Right in the notebook. God. I notice with a certain astonishment a twitch in my lashes and tears that blur my vision. And yet, by some cruel contradiction, my eyes burn like flames on dry stubble, scorched by their own dryness like earth cracked by drought. The very drought of the soul which has already drained every last tear before it can fall. And thus it happens that, like who gazes too long upon the high sun, finding no haven in the shadow of the night, I find myself consumed by fire, without a single tear to quench the blaze. My god. Am I seriously doing this? I didn't even add any seasonings or anything, it's just literally just meat. Oh god, well, I guess we're about to taste it then. Oh god. Oh, it's red. Ugh. I don't like this. Oh, this trip is... Oh god. This looks very disturbing. This trip looks bad. I feel the vigor leaving me, yet I still breathe in the glory of the tasting. Little time remains and I must make the most of it, so that my final work may take shape. God, spirit, or devil, whoever you are, grant me one last fateful taste. Grant me but a thread of oil over this tepid potage, my very life. What is there to taste without just killing yourself? I don't know what he's talking about. There's one more tasting, but what could he possibly eat? Oh, I don't want to do this. It's really dark. I can barely even see. Oh, God. Oh, I don't want to do this. Am I trying to cut my own head off? Oh. Oh, God. Yep. I look like I'm cutting my neck. Oh, God. Oh! I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did notice when I was... Oh, God. Huh. Um... The building move? What? Oh my God. Anyway, what I meant to said before is that while I was cutting my head off, I actually noticed in the blood, it kind of looks like the silhouette of the alien, like in the blood. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, because it took me a minute, because I was really freaking out. Oh God. Alright, so that is the end of Cucina Stellata Starred Cuisine. Now, this game was definitely really unique. It's definitely not like the typical horror game. There's so many things that I found so horrifying about it, and it was really kind of disgusting if I'm being honest, but this was such a well-made game, and I absolutely enjoyed everything about it. It really was quite a scary game, and the atmospheric vibes were just done so well. It's honestly really crazy. But yeah, if you guys are interested in checking out the game or the creator, I will be including a link down in the description. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope all of you have a wonderful day. Goodbye!